Hi Sarah, thanks for chatting to me today.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask, you've just been on a retreat, not my retreat,
Yeah.
but what type of retreat did you go on and why?
I went on a yoga and well-being retreat in Spain near Alicante. Um, because firstly, I wanted to go on a Pilates retreat and I couldn't really find one. I couldn't find many, and I couldn't find one that suited my time. So I ended up going on a yoga one. Um, and I went to have a bit of me time. Actually, I'm not very good at that at all, but I decided that I would do that because things were just getting a little bit on top of me and I wanted a bit of relaxation time, and I wanted to go on something that was quite structured. So because I went on my own, and whilst there were lots of lovely people there, it's quite daunting going somewhere like that on your own, particularly if it's the first time and the first time away from the family for a week. So I wanted something that had structure and had an activity that was achievable, rather than going to a boot camp or something like that. It was achievable and fun and in the sun and good food, like-minded people. Yeah, and it was quite challenging to go away by myself, but once I sort of got over that, it was great, and I met some lovely people.
That's good, because that's my next question. What were your expectations about going? Were you nervous before you
I was
went?
very nervous, and it was shared accommodation where you
Yeah.
could choose, but I chose to do shared accommodation because of the price. So I was quite anxious about that. But actually, as it happened, I went on one of these retreats that didn't start and finish at a certain time. So people were coming and going every day. So you might have a room to yourself, you might be sharing. But I found the people all to be very, very nice, very, relaxed, very interesting. And, it wasn't a problem really.
Okay, that's I was going to ask about the
Yeah.
sleeping arrangement. So what did you have, a twin room?
I had a twin room in an apartment for four people, so two twin rooms. But um, actually, my one had the beds were quite far apart, so that was fine. And I actually had a very nice roommate as well, so
Good, good. Well,
that
as you
worked.
say, it's like-minded people, isn't it?
Yeah,
So you know that
and
you're
I thought, well, I'm only really, I'm going to be outdoors all the time, or it's not like I'm spending a lot of time in the room, so that actually worked very well.
okay. And what kind of activities did you enjoy on your retreat?
Well, I hadn't done any yoga before. I'd obviously done your Pilates for about 18 months, which I love, by the way. Um,
Thanks.
but I did lots of different types of yoga. So I tried about five different types of yoga, plus there were some more Pilates-based classes, plus some rebounding, which again, I loved. And there were walks as well. And they had various meditation workshops and mindfulness workshops, but you could opt in and opt out, as you wanted. You could have had a full day doing everything, or you could just pick and choose. So
That
you
sounds
know it,
really good. Really good.
really.
So what was your routine like? What did you have on an average day, or what could you have chosen to do?
There tended to be a walk, or meditation in the morning, mainly meditation in the morning, which I have to say I didn't necessarily do, but then there'd be a yoga class in the morning and a yoga class in the late afternoon,
Yeah.
um, and there would be set meal times, and various classes throughout the day as well if you chose to do it. So on average, I probably did 3 classes a day.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing two. So what was the food like? Did you have vegetarian food? And because I
It
know
was all
you vegan.
it was all vegan, and it was also wheat-free, sugar-free, salt-free, no
Wow.
caffeine, um, just herbal tea. So lots and lots of fruit. the food actually for me was one of the real highlights, because it personally really suits me. I think I'm quite sensitive to sort of certain, not intolerant, but just sensitive, and I felt so much better eating so healthily, and it was very, very tasty, you know, very, very varied, and with a few treats here and there, and just felt, you know, much better for it, much sort of lighter and cleaner, you know. Lots of juices as well. You had the option to juice or not, so it was a detox. As I say, you could either do a full juice detox if you wanted, you could mix and match, or you could just eat.
Good. So how did you feel when you came home? I know how you looked. You were beautiful.
Really, really good. Yeah, really good for just doing so much exercise, and of course with being in Spain, you know, lots and lots of swimming, and obviously nice and hot, and lots of walking and good food. Yeah, I just felt so much better. Just thought, God, wouldn't it be great to feel like this more often?
So has it encouraged you to go again?
Yes, I think I would go again. Definitely, yeah. And it also has encouraged me to try and fit in, to try actually more yoga. Whilst on the whole, I personally think I preferred the Pilates. I did enjoy the yoga, and it's definitely encouraged me to do that, and to try and, although I do eat quite a lot of vegan food, to try and eat a bit more vegan food as well.
Well, that's brilliant. So it's really expanded your horizon, hasn't it?
It's really good. And as I say, really interesting people as well, you know, that go on these things, that just want a bit of, some people went to completely relax and not do very much. Others, like me, wanted to do as much as possible and exercise as much as possible. But yeah, really interesting experience, and good to go on something focused like that.
Oh,
you know,
interesting.
And do a few little bits of things, but actually to go on something like that, where that, if you choose it, is your main focus. You know, you can do 5 hours of exercise a day if you want, and just have juices if you want, or you can just do one class and go and do cocktails or whatever.
So, you know, it's because of you that's encouraged me to do my own retreat. Does that sound interesting to you, and Adele's Pilates retreat?
It certainly does. You know how much I love my Pilates classes, and I think it would be great. I think it would, you know, there's something so relaxing and invigorating about being in a nice warm environment, you know, outside. You know, Pilates makes you feel good anyway, but if you're doing it in a lovely environment with heat, with, you know, a teacher like yourself who's funny and, you know, charismatic, you know, then that's, you know, what's not to like.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, Sarah. Thank you so much for your time. So this is the first time you've ever done anything like it, and you would definitely do it again.
Yeah, and I would, I started doing your Pilates classes, I think in January or February last year, so 18 months or so. And it's because I enjoy Pilates that I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll go on something like this and enjoy yoga. So,
good.
Yeah.
Good. Brilliant. Well, I mean, you are definitely going to inspire others. I mean, you've been so brave, and you know, you didn't, but you have, and you're
not brave, but
no,
it is quite daunting to go away by yourself if you're not used to doing it. But
yeah,
yeah,
well done. Thank you. Thanks for your time.